Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pursuing Excellence podcast. I'm your host, Jay Gay, here today with some great content here we're going to talk about here on the podcast. But before we get started, make sure you guys check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite podcast. That's where we're at. Just search Pursuing Excellence. We're also on TikTok as well. Today I want to be talking about the taking control of your mind and, not following the way, because that's something that as people, we really tend to struggle with, is what I've noticed, and I myself included, because we all have, and you'd be telling a lie if you said you didn't. So this is something that I feel like is really important. It's affecting us, especially this generation, specifically my generation, and it's something that we really need to put under the magnifying glass a little bit more than what we're doing right now, because it's very serious and very critical that we stop doing it. But the God created us all, or whoever you believe you're created to be, but God created us all to be who we are. And I think now, especially in the culture and world that we live in, you feel like you're pressured to be somebody else just to fit in, be a part of the popular crowd. You ever been in high school or middle school? You had the the levels of the society, or the social groups in school. You had the popular kids, and you had like the the popular kids, the jocks, the nerd, and then the nerds, right? Or whatever the case may be, right? That's how it was set up, right? And it's been widely used in media, television, movies, books, all those things. But it's true, but at the same time, and that's really where I feel like the majority of that is taking place, on that level, especially in that middle high school range. And it also transpires outside of that in the real world. It does every day, because we're pressured to make decisions every single day that we don't want to, that we don't know if we should make or not, but we feel that we have to fit in, or to feel like we're important. That's not true. If you feel like you have to do something that is not right, or something that something that just doesn't, that it's not, a good thing to do, it's not the right thing to do, but it'll put you in the popular crowd, or make you feel like one of the guys, or one of the girls, or whatever the case may be, especially if it's harassing somebody else or insulting another person. That's never cool. That's not right. That's nothing. I won't stand for that. I don't like that. Bullying is not acceptable. And it's something that, even especially when you're doing it to please other people, when yourself that it's not right. And that's it just isn't. It's just very ugly and displeasing to witness that. And so I feel like we just can't just let peer pressure take control of our minds, and completely take the steering wheel and drive us everywhere in life, based on what the culture is saying, following the wave, what everybody's doing, what everybody's listening to, what everybody's wearing, or this or that. Be yourself. God created us all to be all of us ourselves. If God wanted us all to be alike, he would have made us to all be alike. We would all look the same. We would all talk the same. We would all eat the same. We would all do this and that the same. But that's not the case. That would be a very boring world to live in. I think you all would agree with me on that. So, but we don't live in that world. We live in a world where, at least it's supposed to be, everybody is different, and we all have our unique talents and abilities that make us special, that make us who we are, that make us stand out from the average Joe, or and so, but now we live in a society where, that's not cool. If you don't do this, man, you're not cool. Or if you don't say this or do this, or if you don't hurt this person, or you're not cool, man. You can't be part of the game. You can't be one of the guys or one of the girls. That's so stupid to me. And the fact that people have to, that are put up a fake facade or a tough image just to look cool, or just to get attention. It just isn't. It's stupid to me. It makes no sense. Why are you doing that? I don't feel the need to look a certain way or act a certain way because I want to fit in. I don't care about that. I could care less, because at the end of the day, and I was guilty of this earlier, but I learned that, there are more important things than being popular. Because at the end of the day, being popular gonna get you that dream job? Is it going to pay bills? Is it going to, help you get to where you want to be in life? Or, when you get to the point where you're having to take care of yourself or a family, or those things of that nature, so I want to get to that point in life, have it dominated by, and just get to the point where I'm not able to take care of myself or a family, possibly because I was too worried about what everybody else was going to think, everybody else was going to say, or or this or that. No, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. If anything, that's the exact opposite of cool. So the notion that if you don't follow the norm, the crowd, what they consider the norm or the crowd, in everything in life, that's really just cynical to me. It just doesn't make any sense. It's incomprehensible. I don't understand it. Nobody can sit here and explain to me why that works, because at the end of the day, it doesn't. It just doesn't compute. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you feel like you have to put on a fake image? Why do you feel like you have to act a certain way, knowing that you don't act that way deep down in your heart and your mind? But just because you want to fit in, be a chameleon, please everybody else. I don't like, people who are chameleons that like to change and that like to change who they are just around because they're around certain people. Be for yourself. If those people don't accept you for the way you are, you probably shouldn't be hanging around them. And then that goes back to my last podcast with Jamar Root, of the Root of Everything podcast, Root of Passion podcast, that you don't have to, we have to vibrate to a higher level. We have to continue to elevate ourselves in life, to a point where we're on a positive level, that we're not surrounded by negativity, and those things of that nature. We have to get to a point where we're not affected by that, and so again, it's just always, and that a big part of that is who you surround yourself with, the things that you let cross your eyes or come through your ears. Those things all play a role. What are the five senses? So you got smell, touch, hearing, sight. All those things, right? So it's just a matter of like, you can't let those things cloud your judgment, and then make the decisions for you. You have your own brain. You have the ability to comprehend and make your own choices. Why would we let somebody else do that for us? Motivate us to do something that's not right, that we know isn't right. They know isn't right. Just to fit in, just to be cool. No, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it never will, because again, what's the point of that? There's no point of doing that. It just doesn't, at the end of the day, it may seem temporary and fun in the moment, when but in the end, it's going to cost you. It's going to come back to bite you, because and God knows that what you did, wasn't right, and you were doing it just to please everybody else. But those people aren't going to help you in life. They don't care. They don't care about you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be pressuring you to do something that isn't good. That isn't the right thing to do. That's a bad choice. They wouldn't pressure you into making that choice. They won't try to convince you or persuade you to do something wrong, or to change who you are, just so they can possibly look better, or just because you can be like them and be in the same category with them. I never want to be considered in the same category with somebody else, because I want to be different. I want to, that's why, my people will tell me, like, I don't think like other kids my age, and I don't. My mind operates in a different form, and I don't say that to be offensive to anybody or anything like that, but I'm just saying that I move on a different path. I don't wear certain things or do this or that or do this, or that because I want to fit in or be popular or do, be this. This is the culture, man. This is our generation, what we consider, cool and popular. I don't care about any of that stuff, because is that stuff going to help me get to where I want to be in life? I don't think so. It's being a gang banger on the streets, or doing this and that stuff. Robbing and killing. Is that gonna help me get to where I want to be in life? No, it's gonna actually take me to the place where I don't want to be in life. That's either in jail or dead. To put it bluntly. That's straight up. That's the truth. Whether you want to hear it or not. And so people that believe that that's the life that's gonna lead to success and lead to happiness. It won't. But again, that's your choice to make, because again, we all have the ability to, again, comprehend things on our own and make our own choices, and so because we all have our own brains, our own minds, God gave us the ability to think for ourselves. So why would you let somebody else think for you, make choices for you? No, do what go to work each and every day. You keep getting better, keep improving, and keep focusing and prioritizing the things that are important. Focusing on those things, trying to improve constantly each and every day is an opportunity to get better. Every day is an opportunity. That's what I look like. If you're staying stagnant, every single day, you're not making strides, just getting better, then that's not a good thing for you. That's not good. Because you constantly want to be getting better. Even if it's by a little percentage, you at least you're getting better. You learn from your mistakes. You make mistakes, you learn from them, you grow from them. You don't stay in the same bubble. You don't stay in the same area. You move out of that. You continue to grow. That's what just like we grow physically, we must grow mentally. We must, grow spiritually. And so I feel like in order to do that, we have to elevate ourselves to a higher level of thinking and elevate ourselves, just overall to a more positive area in life. So that means getting rid of distractions and negativity and toxicity. Those things are never going to help you. They will only hurt you. They will only bring you down. People of those natures will only bring you down because they want you to be in that same area that they are in. They're hurting. They're not. They make it seem like they're cool or this or that, but at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, is wrong. They know that they are not in a good place, but they want you to feel sympathetic for them. So they want to bring you down to that level with them. That way they can say, hey, you know what? I'm not alone. He's like me. He's not going anywhere in life, just like I'm not. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing, robbing, killing, stealing, doing all this stuff, just game bang, whatever the case may be, all of that, just chasing negativity and chasing evil, just to fit in, just to, seem cool. At the end of the day, I don't know. I really don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. What do you gain from any of that? You have nothing to gain from that. Yeah, you might get a little money, but again, it's not gonna matter when you get cuffed, and all that money is taken away, and you're in jail for the rest of your life or a good portion of your life. That doesn't help when you end up dead. And people, and so your family is grieving for you because you made the wrong decision based on what somebody else told you to do or what you thought what the culture would want you to do, instead of following your own judgment, knowing that you have to do it. You are unique for who you are. You don't need to change for anybody or anything else. It's that simple. I don't understand why. I just don't get it. That our world values that attention and just the toxicity. I don't get it. Especially social media. Social media has a big role to play in this as well. You got all these people put on this fake facade of themselves, like they live this perfect life, that they're just all high and mighty. They're on this high level of this, this fame and this wealth and this and that. But in reality, that's not how these people live. This is all a fake image. It's a fake image. It's a fake facade that people put up, just to gain attention, followers, money, this and that stuff that does not last in the long run. That doesn't last eternally. I can't bring Instagram or TikTok or Twitter with me or music or this or that, so certain stuff. I can't bring that with me to my eternal life, to heaven. I can't bring that with me to heaven. All those things remain on earth. They will die when we die on earth. You can't bring that, with you to your next area of life, to your next eternity. So the fact that we value all these things so much and the attention and just valuing, just again, fitting in and conforming to the world and trying to please everybody, trying to be a people. No, that's not good. Like we're all different for a reason. We all look different for a reason. If God wanted us all to look the same, we would all look the same. And it'd be a very boring world to live in. And you all would agree with me, I believe, because nobody wants to, you don't want to be like the other average Joe. You want to be different, stand out, make people, hey, you know what? He's not like everybody else. She's not like everybody else. They're striving for something greater in life. They're wanting to get somewhere. They want to get success. They want to get to a point where, they're helping others as well in their success. They've got that, they got a nice family set up, just living a good life, a good positive life without any drama, any negativity, anything bringing them down. That's what people should be chasing in life. That's what we should all be chasing. This and a big key to that is just having that self-discipline to understand that, some things aren't worth chasing or worth fighting for because it's all just bad. It's just evilness, evil nature. This is what it's trying to tempt you, trying to bring you into that, trying to deter you away from being good, trying to bring you away from what you know is right. So that's why you have to be careful who you surround yourself with. No matter who it is, your friends, girls, or family, or anybody. It doesn't matter. It gets to a point where you have to understand, really you have to truly understand what's important. What people are going to help you get to, who is going to help you get to where you want to be in life. Or what's going to help you get to where you want to be in life, to where you're in a positive situation, you're in a safe situation, to where you can continue to strive to be greater and vibrate to that higher level. And if these people or whoever it is, if they're not helping you with that, then they're not for you. They don't truly value who you are, no matter what they say. Because if they truly valued who you are, they would do everything. They would help you. They would support you. They would tell you the truth. They wouldn't lie. They wouldn't do they wouldn't do bad things. They wouldn't try to pull you into doing bad things. They wouldn't try to persuade you into making the wrong decisions. No, it's okay. It's just normal. That's what everybody does. That's what everybody does. Who cares? Who cares what everybody does? I'm gonna do what I do. You're gonna do what you do, and everybody's gonna do what they do. Nobody can make decisions for you, because at the end of the day, it's your life and it's their life. Their life is different than your life. What they think is gonna help them do what they need to do and throughout their life is completely different than yours. Because again, we're chasing different things, and even if you are chasing the same thing, there's going to be different paths to getting to that point. It's not going to be the same route. Everybody's going to have different ways to get into where they want to be in life. It's not going to be the same path, the same formation, because God has different plans for everybody in this world and getting to where he wants them to be, and he's going to give us different obstacles along the way. So at the end of the day, we have to understand that. I feel like we have to understand that the people of this world, the things of this world, if they don't value you for yourself, if you don't feel like they value yourself, what you bring to the table, what you provide, then it's not for you. They're not for you. They don't care about you. They might care about what benefits you could give them, but at the true end of the day, they don't care about you, or this thing isn't going to help you. It's only going to tear you down. We have to take control of our minds. I believe this. And it's a common saying, but it is true. Knowledge is power. This is the greatest weapon that you can ever have. The greatest weapon you can ever yield. Because it's something that nobody can take away from you. It's something that doesn't run out of ammo. It's something that doesn't rely on certain things or whatever, fuel or whatever. No, this is something that you just train it, and you constantly train it each and every day, and you learn and you grow. And that's how it continues to stock up. That's how it gets stronger. It gets more ammunition, if you want to call it that way, if you want to put it in that sense. It's the greatest weapon you can have. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. Knowledge is power. That's why I understand people who make fun of those who are trying to learn, and those who are take education seriously, those who pride themselves on continuing to grow in their minds and continue to grow their knowledge. Why are you making fun of somebody? Why are you calling somebody a nerd or a geek or a dork or whatever? Like, no, why? That doesn't make any sense. You're making fun of them because they want to improve their knowledge. They want to learn more. They take education seriously, or I don't like that. I can't stand that. It just doesn't make any sense. Just because you don't pride yourself on that, just because that's not a passion of yours to continue to grow and help mentally train your mind and to improve your mind, doesn't mean you should knock somebody else off on it. So I think that notion that you're not cool or this or that, being smart is cool. I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what anybody says. You can have all the cars you want, all the money you want, all the girls you want, or this or that. But at the end of the day, if this isn't working, if you're not using this to strive after something greater and more important in life, then it's not going to matter. So that's all I want to say on the podcast, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time on Pursuing Excellence.